Aaron Whitlow,
I'm Brandon.
and we are the Aaron and Brandon Show.
We are.
We
We
are,
are.
we are,
We are.
we are farmers. Um,
I don't
and,
know where I was going with that,
I
but
don't know,
okay.
but you wasn't going there. Were you?
I don't know where I was going.
Today we are going to be reviewing the movie. We're talking about Nefarious, which is a 2023 Christian horror film. Uh, in the sense of there's other Christian horror films. I forget like three. There's some more. I forget about them. They're based on typically what's the guy's books that you said you read, or you
Ed Decker.
yeah.
I haven't read any, but I
Yeah.
got quite a few of his.
But
But I don't know if I really consider them Christian. Like, I mean, they are, but they're not.
that Decker guy,
Yeah, three. I mean, it's
does that has Stephen Baldwin in it, right?
no Bill Mosley.
Bill Mosley.
He's
Okay.
in that one. That's I can't remember anyone else. I saw it because he was in it. I didn't realize it was based on a Ted Decker book because at the time, because I didn't have any. I saw the movie and I liked it, so I thought I would. I didn't know he was a Christian author. And it has Christian themes in it, but I didn't realize it was a Christian author that wrote it. And I started picking up books by him.
Three, and then there's House.
Yeah,
Um,
I've seen House, but I don't remember it.
um,
I know you said Michael Madsen was in it.
yeah, I don't recall if I've seen it. But this movie that we're talking about today is it's a Christian horror in the sense it's based on a book called Nefarious Plot by Steve Deese. Um, and the plot is this: there's a man who is on death row for a serial killer, and before they can execute him, they have to have a psychiatrist uh, sign off on whether or not he is able to be executed for his crimes if he's mentally capable of being executed. Because if he's crazy or mentally ill, then that the state of I forgot what state this is.
I don't recall.
Like Nevada, maybe I don't know. Some like whatever state it is, they cannot legally execute him because of state laws. And so they send in after the suicidal death of
The previous
the
psychiatrist.
previous psychiatrist, they send in this other psychiatrist to speak to uh, the serial killer who is played by what's her name?
Sean Patrick Flannery.
Sean Patrick Flannery, which from I know from the Boondock Saints and Powder.
Who was he in Powder? Was he
Powder.
Powder?
He's Powder.
Was he
Yeah,
really?
he's Powder.
Wow. I thought that was an unknown actor. I did not realize it was him.
Yeah, look now see him.
Yeah. I haven't seen that movie
I hadn't seen it in
in
years.
decades.
95 it came out. So
I
yeah.
remember liking it. I didn't know that the director that directed it came up with the story while he was in prison for the crimes he committed.
Yeah.
It was
He
like
kind of got out and got movies, didn't he? That's crazy.
it is, yeah. He got out. He made Powder, which I think I'm not sure if that was like they it was considered an Academy Award nominee or
It had a lot of
yeah,
undertones.
it had a
It's
lot of talk about
yeah,
that. It definitely has undertones. I mean, but
all his movies kind of have those undertones. And then he did
Jeepers
Jeepers
Creepers, and
Creepers.
then after Jeepers Creepers 2, it really came out about what he had done previously, which I don't understand why it came out then and why it didn't come out when he
So
made Powder.
he actually did Clown House. Is it Clown House? Clowns. And that's the movie that
Yeah,
he molested the person
on
on the set.
on video, right?
Yeah. But anyway, uh, that guy that's in this movie, Sean Patrick Flannery. That's where I first seen him was in Powder. I didn't realize it's him until I started looking to see what else he did. And I was like, oh, he's in Powder. I had that same reaction. And then Boondock Saints. He's in there with Daryl Dixon himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, Norman Reedus. But I would first say that Patrick Flannery is by far the strongest person in this movie. Like I thought
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
did such a great job playing, and so convincing. Like you can tell when he nefarious and when he's the
Oh
actual
yeah.
guy. You know.
Yeah. He to me it was like an Academy Award type of performance. Like,
Mhm.
well, of course they're not going
They
to
didn't give it.
nominate
Obviously, didn't give it to him. Yeah.
nominate someone like him. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about him. He's not an A-lister.
And then this is a at most a B C maybe category movie. Like it was. It wouldn't have. I don't think it would have. It should have been just for his acting alone nominated.
Yeah, I think so.
But
It's
yeah,
the best performance I've ever seen him give.
mhm.
So
Like did um I I felt really bad for uh his character.
for
I'm
sure, his
trying,
middle name was Wayne.
yeah, some his name was Edward Wayne something. But anyway, um I felt really bad for him because he you can tell that he had zero control over the over being possessed. Like and he and the demon tormented him so badly. Um it just it's for you know.
Yeah. While watching this though, I kind of thought, okay, if you're a child of God, the demons can't possess you. They can oppress you. They can
Right.
torment your mind, but they can't actually gain full access. So it made me kind of, well, it didn't make me kind of sad. It made me really sad because I really was invested in this just because of everything I've dealt with in the last 7, 8, 9 months, whatever it was. Uh, I just can't even imagine like someone taking full control of my body. And I would have no control of what they did with it, you know. But it made me feel bad because this guy's gonna be tormented for eternity,
Mhm.
and that's what my thought process was while watching this movie. He's gonna be tormented, and it made me think of hell. It made me think of you know I don't know, man. It just made me think of the worst
Mhm.
possible mental state you could possibly be in. But I just think Sean did a great job with it. I think he was very believable as this demon, and he was very believable as this person that had been tormented for who knows how long.
Yeah.
Probably since he was a
Teenager
teenager, I would
kid
say.
yeah. Like and the guy that plays the psychiatrist, his name is Jordan Belfi. In the movie, he is Dr. James. I'm not too familiar with him as an actor. I thought I thought he did okay, but he in the movie, whenever he's on scene, which is most of the time with Sean Patrick Flannery,
Hmm.
he gets ate up because like he like totally steals every scene that he's in. I just felt like very captivated by his performance.
Oh yeah, that's why I was so invested was because of Sean Patrick Flannery's
Mhm.
performance. The doctor was okay. He didn't. He got carried.
Mhm.
Even when he had to carry it himself, I wasn't nearly impressed with him. Especially at the end of the movie, I wasn't impressed with him. I wasn't impressed with him when
Like when it's
at
just him by himself, yeah.
yeah when he's by himself. I wasn't impressed when he's at the end of the movie. Just really wasn't impressed. He didn't like he says that he's not sure if he's a believer now. I mean, I would think you go through something like that, you're gonna be a believer, 100%.
Oh well, yeah.
You're not gonna, you know, think about it too long. You're like, no, I experienced something I can't explain.
Mhm.
You know, that was definitely in the supernatural realm. It was not, you know, normal, and he still doesn't. I don't know. I just
Believe
didn't really
by that.
buy it. But what I did buy about this movie is I thought this movie, and maybe it is, but or supposedly is based on a true story. It felt like it was real,
Hmm.
true.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. Um, I do notice there was a scene in it that I thought was a good. Because like he's talking to the demon Nefarious, and and then all of a sudden he calls for the priest to come in,
Oh yeah,
and the priest comes in, and the demon immediately gets scared, like, no, son of God, what do you want? What I have to do? But then like the priest has like a pride type uh sash on, and he's I don't believe in demon possession. He's not a true believer. He's a priest, but he's not really a believer. He's not a follower of Christ. So the demons was no longer afraid of him.
yeah,
He's like, oh, my bad. Well, I don't know why I was so panicked. Like, and that made me feel like it would. I hope to be a type of person that if I was ever to encounter someone that it has a demon or demon possessed, which the devil's real, the demons are real. If I ever encountered someone like that, I hope that my faith in the Lord will cause fear in that you know what I'm saying? Like if they encounter me, they'll know, or they encounter you, they'll know that we are children of God, and so they will immediately kind of be like, oh no.
yeah.
Yeah.
It just, yeah. I mean, going back to this priest, uh, it was just, it was surreal in a way. He's a priest and he doesn't believe in demon possession. Like, how can you? I mean, how can you not? It makes me think you're not a believer in what the Bible says. Like, Jesus cast out demons.
Hmm.
A lot of people have, cast out demons, and it just made me think you're not a true believer. You're, I don't know. I don't want to say an entertainer or whatever, but
Just a hypocrite, like not even a hypocrite, but just like not, yeah,
oh,
not a true believer. This guy was in this movie. It
oh
says,
really?
yeah. Well, who was he in this movie? uh, he was in Growing Pains.
Yeah,
I don't remember seeing him in this. Was he the detective?
I don't, I don't
It says
recall it.
officer something. I don't
I
remember
don't
seeing him
recall
at
him
all.
in the movie.
I don't recall seeing him at all.
Maybe his scenes got cut.
Yeah. I mean, because the cast of this movie is pretty limited. Like, and there's not a lot of
Yeah,
location.
there's the warden, there's the psychiatrist, there's the priest, of course, there's the couple of people on death row. There's the guy that does the washing, getting him ready for his haircut for execution.
Hmm.
There's the a guy officer that's
Asking about the food.
food.
Yeah.
I don't recall anyone else.
Then there's the guys just kind of escorting him to being executed. Then there's
Maybe he was one of those
the
guys.
doctor, maybe and then there was people in the waiting room, which the only other person that line is the guy that sat, the cop that sat right next to him.
That wasn't Jeremy Miller.
Yeah, because I
No
mean
way.
I would have recognized him. I think he was a kind of a heavy set looking dude, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Like also, I feel like so this movie, so the demon tells the psychiatrist. I'm just gonna call him the psychiatrist because this doesn't really bother no Dr. James, I guess. He tells him that he's gonna he's gonna kill three people before this day's done. He's gonna kill three people, and that's kind of paralleling with Jesus talking to uh, John, not John, but Peter says, "You're gonna deny me 3 times before this the
Yeah.
cock crows." Um, and it seems like, no, how am I gonna kill three? And that's how the just like you were speaking, talking before we shot. Um, Peter was like, "Man, I don't see a situation in which I would ever
Yeah.
deny you." And so, but when it happens, and and then the last time it happens, he adamantly is like, it says he cussed and said like, "Dang it, I don't know this man," you know, because she says, you even talk like him, and then
Mhm.
he's like, "I don't." So then he cusses to say, "I'm not him.
Yeah.
I don't know this man," and so then the cock crows. Um, so this man, this Dr. James here, he says he's gonna kill 3 people. The first one being his. Well, it was in the past. Supposedly, I guess, did he euthanize his mother, or did he allow her just to die, or what? What did you? I didn't get gather that.
She had terminal illness.
Hmm.
I th- I've been in this. Well, I have not myself been in a situation, but my uncle was in a situation where his daughter had all control of everything. And I'm not going to go into details about what happened there because I didn't know what was happening when it happened. I found out later what really happened.
Like,
But to my best knowledge, what happened was he was trying not to see his mother suffer so much, so
mhm.
he gave the go ahead to pull the plug. That would be my guess of what happened in that situation.
Mm,
But I don't know. I
I don't
mean,
know. Yeah, that was kind of muddled. The second one was the most intense one to me because he has a girlfriend. We never see her. We just hear her. And the demon's like, "Oh, where's your girlfriend at? Like right now? Oh, she's just now getting ready to go in the back. She's getting ready to like essentially have her child um, removed.
yeah,
Killed, not removed, killed. Um,
boarded.
yeah, aborted, and the way that the demon kind of describes what's going on and the glee he gets in it, and he compares it to Moloch and the flames, in which biblical in the Bible, Moloch was a god that many people worshipped, and he wanted child sacrifice, and they created they was burning them and killing them, drown out the screamers with the drums, like he mentions, and then also uh had the hands. He had the hands that they're like fire under, and when it gets hot, the kid would try to move away from the heat and then
Yeah,
roll into the fire. You know, and so which is a real life like happened. And this demon kind of talks about it, and you can tell and this is the I think this is the best acting out for Dr. James in the movie is in this scene because you can tell in him he's kind of having regrets
mm,
of what's happening, you know. Um, and but it's too late.
yeah,
Um, but I do agree with you because it's crazy to think he can experience all that he experienced in this and still at the end of the movie talk about what I'm not sure that I believe. Like he's not he moves from being an atheist to an agnostic, I guess, because well, I don't even know if he's an agnostic. Because an agnostic says an atheist says, I don't believe in theist, no God. So atheist means no God. So they believe that there is no God. Agnostic is I don't know if there's a God. Um, Gnosis is God,
yeah.
and so or gnosis is knowledge. One of so kind of anyway. So they said they don't believe in one. So they don't know for sure. So this guy at the end of this movie, I think he's teetering between believing and not believing.
Yeah,
But I don't really see. I don't understand how he say God help me or something like he says, and he literally helps him, and you can still be like, I don't know. Man, that's crazy.
yeah. I didn't that final scene there. Well, not the final scene, but the that point where he's showing up, he's promoting the book.
Hmm.
I don't like it. I don't. It felt so left field to even consider that. You know what he experienced because he knows it's real because he wrote a book about it. Well, he didn't write the book, but he
He
changed it.
changed it.
He
Yeah.
changed it. If you if you didn't believe what you were experiencing, you wouldn't even published it.
Hmm.
So it just made no sense plot wise. It made no sense. His beliefs,
At the end,
because he knew what he was experiencing. He knew he was experiencing a demon inside this.
you think they're doing it to set it up for like a sequel?
I mean, they could have. I don't.
But it won't be as strong without Sean
No,
Patrick Flannery.
it wouldn't.
Right.
Not at all.
Um. Yeah. Also, the demon tormented. I thought about this while I was watching it too, Brandon. The serial killer, the Edward or whatever, Sean Patrick Flannery's character.
Yeah,
I don't, and this is where I felt. I don't believe that he himself committed any of those crimes. I believe that it was the demon that actually committed those crimes, because he said he makes me do things that I don't want to do. Um, and so I think that he himself is innocent of those crimes.
yeah,
But I feel like um, the demon made him do it. So he does then, because he did it, he does in fact suffer it, you know.
yeah. I agree. Yeah, I don't think he did any of the crimes. I think he was forced to do it. He had no control over his body, so demon just took over. But that's why I felt bad for him.
Mhm.
But one of the things was more intrigued was when he was explaining, his father, uh, and who his enemy was.
The carpenter.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I just found that I've all and I had a friend that once wanted to write a screenplay based on that when God threw out Satan and his followers and cast them out of heaven. That would be a very fascinating story
Mhm.
to do a film on or do a TV show on. And as he was talking about all that, I was so fascinated by it. It scared me to death as well
Mhm.
because it's so they hate humans so much, and
Because
that's something I really had never really thought about
uh,
is why demons torment humans, that why they have so much hate.
uh,
Because God wouldn't forgive Lucifer
mhm.
and what they were doing, and He cast them out, but He forgives us
Yeah.
on earth, but
Yeah.
not in heaven. They're saying there's no forgiveness in heaven, which
But
there's no sin in heaven.
mm,
So there's nothing to forgive. So if you do commit sin, which
you can't
you
you can't
can't,
commit sin.
but Lucifer and his demons, his followers, demons,
They didn't get a redo.
yeah,
They didn't get a makeup day. They essentially um, were cast down, and that's all she wrote. And then like he mentions, and then what does he do? He creates you,
yeah,
and he essentially doles on you and loves on you, and he gives you chance and this and this. And I was like, wow, and then I love the scene where he says, and we thought we had him, like essentially Jesus, like you said, we thought we had him, we killed him, but he came back, something
yeah,
like, and it just like made him so that much angry, that much more angry. Um, I do believe that this. I believe that there's no new demons. I believe that the demons and the fallen angels that fell from the very beginning is the ones that we have today.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that there's no factory that makes and produces more demons. You know, I don't think like Supernatural got that wrong. Like not factory, but Supernatural. I think it kind
Supernatural
of
got a lot wrong,
yeah, yeah,
especially towards the end.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And the finale, you got the finale wrong. But yeah, I feel like this movie. I believe just in life that there is no new demons. So when Jesus cast the demons out of the legion of demons out of the pig, I mean out of the man, and put him into the pig, and then they ran over the cliff and drowned. I believe that those demons were cast out into darkness, was cast out completely. Um, it does mention that like there was exorcisms done before Jesus. And you know, because Mary Magdalene, who wasn't a prostitute, she was nowhere in the Bible it says she's a prostitute, but it does say that she had demons. She had unclean spirits, and so she had those unclean spirits, and and Jesus cast them out of her, and she became a follower of Christ. But there's people that like the Jesus mentions that if a demon, like if a demon is, I'm paraphrasing, was in someone's house, and then the demon is cast out, and the man gets his house in order and clean and swept. The demon comes back and finds it empty, and he brings seven other demons, seven other friends, to inhabit that house, to take over the house, you know, and inhabit him. We as Christians, we have the Holy Spirit,
Yeah.
so that, as you said, we can't get possessed, but we can get oppressed.
Mm-hmm.
Like the demons can torment, can speak negative thoughts, sin, Satan, and death can try to, you know, make chip away at you to make you doubt God,
Yeah.
or anything like that, but they cannot possess us. They can't possess us, because we are dwell with the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit is stronger and more powerful than any demon. And so, um, but yeah, I found that interesting too. Like with the this preacher, this priest I seen on YouTube said this is the most authentic demon possession movie he's ever seen. His I guess he's done exorcisms. He says what makes it more authentic than say the Exorcist. You know, he said those are scary and things like that. But what makes it more authentic than those movies is because it's the first one to really let you dive into the mindset of the demon. Why demons do, because the demon lays out all the cards and says, "This is, I want." The demon tells him, "I want you to execute me.
Yeah.
I don't want you to let me go. I want to be executed because if you execute me, then I can get to go somewhere else. I'm tired of being in this body." But also, um, he gets to get punished. He gets to suffer in pain, and I want that, you know. Um, and boy, does he suffer. That was brutal. How do you feel? Uh, I was afraid that you was gonna like I did nope, and then cut it off. But I'm glad you stuck with it.
Like, what part did you think I was going to cut it off?
At the very beginning, when I seen the no, I seen the picture, the picture frame, like he starts straightening up the picture frame and it's moving again. I was like, oh, Brandon is gonna, I was like Brandon is gonna bounce. But then, like when he commits suicide, I was like, oh, I don't know if you guys stick with it because I was like, I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I don't know. But then, like when he got in, and I noticed the guy who's playing, I didn't know who was playing Nefarious. Then when I noticed him, I'm like, oh, I recognize that guy. And then I started listening to him talking. And I see that it's just more dialogue, and I was just it pulled me in. I just was listening and just and by the end of it, we're towards the end of the movie. I think the movie could have ended at the execution.
Yeah, I think it should have
Honestly,
ended there, but I guess they just wanted. the show that he just transferred bodies.
Well, no, I'm okay with that. Even that when he said you should have took the deal or something like that, and was messing with him, and then like he survives, and they get the gun away from him and everything. I, I don't know why they didn't make maybe because in the real world, not everybody can experience God like that and still choose him. I don't know. Um, but I don't know why he doesn't. He didn't choose him, like choose God. At the
Well, it's
experience.
kind of similar to the Chosen show.
Oh,
I
uh,
can't remember his name.
Judas.
No, 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 no.
Oh, Nicodemus.
Nicodemus.
Hmm.
When Jesus said to himself, "We're so close," but he couldn't come all the way.
Mm.
He can only go part way, and it also makes me think of the Billy Graham video I see all the time on Facebook. You you're on a path. You're at a crossroads. And you can't serve two masters,
Mm.
which I've it resonated with me in a lot of ways. Every time I would see it, but I feel like it really that saying resonated with him too. He's he just can't he just can't go all the way for whatever reason. Something won't let him. It's you know there's a legacy and there's not. So I
Hmm.
mean, which seems unfair. I mean, but God gives us free will as well. But He knows who's in the Lamb Book of Life and who's not.
Hmm.
And I feel I don't know. I have a hard time with all that. But then again, I understand free will, and I understand a lot of people won't choose that path. And it's I don't know. I don't know. I'm like a baby.
Yeah, yeah. I understand.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's
but
just
it makes me think a lot.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Free will. Like uh, you know, I'm reformed when it comes to theology, so I think along the lines of God's sovereignty and everything. So I do think we have free will, but um, I think R.C. Sproul said this. He said we have free will, but God's will is freer than ours. So we have free will to like, oh, I don't want Chick-fil-A today, or don't want this, or that, this is but ultimately, uh, he's not going to lose one of those that he preordained
yeah,
before the foundation of the world to become Christians. And so once the last Christian becomes a Christian, I think that's when it's time. But no one knows that. I don't know that. You don't know that. We don't know who he ordained, who he doesn't. So our job is to share the gospel with everyone, to present Jesus to everyone. Um, but but there is some people, no matter what they experience. I remember talking to somebody a long time ago. I said, "What is it going to take?" It's my cousin, I think. I asked him, what's it going to take for you to come to Jesus?" And he just looked at me and said, "I don't know." You know, and for us Christians, we look at that like, "What do you mean you don't know?" Our response is, "What do you mean you don't know?"
well, I guess I've been in that boat.
Yeah, you have. But now on the other side of that boat is your response. What do you mean you don't know? Or is your response like, I understand where you're coming from?
I do understand where people's like I don't know. We I think people love the world too much,
Mm.
and where they don't see themselves giving up a lot of stuff in the world to come to Jesus,
Mhm.
to come to Christ, to come, to get in church with. For me, I think it was having the attack of on my life, the way, not just with certain people, but with the devil himself. I mean, I had nowhere to go but to God. So in that sense, it took me being at my lowest point
For you
to
to
come to Christ and to truly come to Christ. I
Amen.
mean, you can believe in Christ, but you're not, living right. You're not submitting
Is
yourself.
he the Lord of your life?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
So for me, that's what it took. It took me being at my lowest point, knowing I had no control over anything, knowing, I need him. So otherwise, I'm pretty much gonna go insane
mhm.
because I couldn't fight off what I was fighting.
Amen.
So that's what it took for me. So I mean, everybody's different, I guess. But I
Mhm.
feel for most Christians, it comes to that point where you just can't fight anymore. You need God to fight for you. It's desperation. So, like I said, I can't speak for anybody else, but I feel that's the case for a lot of people.
Mm. And I do pray for him still, And one day he did mention that, hey, I want to kind of come to church with you, but then that notion kind of went away, which I pray that notion comes back because I was like, hey, come on, I'd love for you to come with me. Um,
And maybe it's fear too.
yeah, it could be, and the devil doesn't want you to go to church. He doesn't
No.
want you to have a relationship with Christ. He doesn't want you to uh, be in communion with other believers. He wants you isolated. He wants you by yourself and thinking and in your own.
You ain't
Am I
gotta tell
preaching to the choir?
you ain't gotta tell me that. I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. But yeah, I do think that the movie Nefarious, um, does you watching this? Did it kind of like make you feel like, all right, maybe I can now subtly look like I was gonna tell you this. I'm telling you now with in front of everyone. I started watching I Know What You Did Last Summer, the remake.
All right.
And I haven't finished it. I just mainly it's just been in the background. And I hadn't really been paying attention. Um but mainly what I've been watching is like I watched House of David, which was excellent. I watched The Promised Land, which I told you about,
Mm-hmm.
which was a good comedy, biblical comedy show. Then I've been I watched the first two episodes of the Testament of Testament, which is Acts, but in a modern day, like the story of Acts, but in a
Yeah.
modern time. Um, so it's been interesting as well.
You seem to be changing your viewing experience.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, a little bit trying to get into some more biblical type of content. Promise. I've seen that. I forgot when I watched. I watched it first episode years ago when it's a pilot of it, and I thought it was the funniest thing. I was like, "What is this? This is so ridiculous. It's hilarious." And
Yeah.
so, but it's like on point of what the Bible, what happened in the Bible, but just in a comedic way with the children of Israel in the wilderness. Um, but um, but the other stuff, I just was like, yeah, kind of want to see this, and I get the notion of wanting to see stuff. I'm like, yeah, let me go and watch this, and yeah. But when it comes to horror, and we talked about this, and this is a good segue because this is a Christian horror movie. When it comes to horror, I can understand the not wanting to like watch it, and glorify it. Um, some things like at the Capitol, they're gonna be showing Scream Six, and you know, and I remember theatrically, I enjoyed it. You know,
Yeah.
and who'd say I wouldn't enjoy it now? I I'm more comfortable watching those type of horrors like Scream or something like that. That's not real versus like the monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer one, which I seen it, but it was a hard watch for me because I know that he
True.
really killed these people. Like these are
Yeah.
people playing people that he really killed.
Yeah.
Like it's the hardest thing for me is movies dealing with like serial killers or stuff like that because it Scream, it's a cartoonish version of, like, it's popcorn horror
Yeah, it's
versus like even freaking the Three from Hell and stuff, which I feel like they have a little bit more realistic type of,
I
maybe not that one.
I wouldn't say three, but I would say Devil's Rejects,
Yeah, maybe Devil's Reject. That's what I was trying to think of. I couldn't
and
think of
I
it.
would even include House of a Thousand Corpses,
Mhm.
but more so Devil's Rejects. That felt more real, like '70s just came to life more so
Mhm.
in that trilogy, that movie. It felt very realistic.
Mhm.
It's like almost like the clan from the Manson family
Mhm.
mixed in with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you had this vigilante cop that couldn't walk the line of the
Mhm.
law anymore. He had to take it in his own hands. It just felt like if it felt if like his brother would actually someone's cop would have actually his brother would have actually died by these people, he would have.
It's pretty much Texas Chainsaw Massacre too.
Yeah,
Think about it, because Dennis
without
Hopper.
the comedy aspects.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, movies like uh, shoot, it's not even horror, but No Country for Old Men, old men, whatever. That messes me up, like, because the man, the killer guy in that movie. You remember that movie?
Yeah, a
Um,
little bit.
the dude with the air thing
Yeah.
and the coin. Um,
Yeah, I saw a clip of it not too long ago. It was when he was, I guess, going about to kill Woody Harrelson's character, which I forgot he was in the movie.
I forgot. I forgot. I ain't said
I know
that.
it's Josh Brolin, it's Tommy Lee Jones, and it's
Uh,
I can't think of his name. He actually plays the killer,
what is his name?
but he's been in a lot.
He's in a lot. I want to call him Pedro Pascal, but it's not him.
No, it's not Pedro.
But his name is,
It's not Benicio del Toro either.
no. It's like, I don't want to look it up,
He was
but
in Mother.
yeah. Oh, he's a mother.
He's a Bond villain.
He's also been a good guy in something. He was in. I think he was in. I think he's in F1. I think he's
Yeah, he is.
as a Brad Pitt's best friend
Yeah,
in F1.
I just can't think of his name,
I'm gonna look him
which
up.
happens a lot when we film.
Watch you be like, oh yeah, Javier Bardem.
That he was supposed to play Frankenstein's monster, and they were, you know, before the Mummy bombed.
Yeah, yeah,
He
that's
already got cast. Johnny Depp got cast as something. I think Invisible Man, and
how that bombed. I wonder what that would have been like. But anyway, um, the but yeah, it's hard for me to do, like, even that. But it's hard for me to do mainly because it's because he does such a good job as a sociopath. That's what makes it hard. But but it's harder for me to do movies like Henry, the Portrait of a Serial
oh,
Killer.
I'll never watch
Yeah,
that again.
yeah. Those
No,
movies is so hard for me to watch because it bothers me. They bother me. Terrifier bother me because of sacrilegious, like the way it treated Christianity. I don't do it, but then I don't have a lot of issues in watching Scream or watching Friday 13th or things like that.
yeah, I would
You
say
know what I'm saying?
the one I felt the most conviction. And this is before you know God told me or where I felt it was Terrifier 3.
Mhm.
I actually felt like I was watching something demonic on the screen. Like that's how I felt. It felt
Brandon was like, we should have just waited to go to, what was it? Was it Halloween?
Halloween.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll 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 never watch Terrifier again. I mean, I don't plan to watch anything, but there are some things I do like Scream 7. I really want to see it, but I probably won't. I ain't gonna say I won't, but I'm not planning to.
Mhm. As like that's where I'm at, where I will watch. I can't say I'm not gonna watch horror, um, but I also, I know who I am in Christ. I know
Yeah.
that He is He. he truly he loved me enough to die for me and save me and redeem me, and I've been bought and I belong to him. Um, but I would proceed with caution when it comes to stuff like and try to be more in tune with how the how the spirit is feeling with what
Yeah.
I'm watching, but you know, but like you said, I can't guarantee I won't. I haven't like those shirts I haven't worn yet because I've been thinking about that. But I can't say that I won't because I've always been a fan of horror movies.
It was something my dad said not too long ago. He said, "Look at all the horror stuff I you promote." And it's like when you go out and you wear it, you're promoting darkness. You're promoting evil. I never have looked at it that way, but it stuck with me. 'Cause I didn't look at it as promoting evil. I'm just I'm wearing a Goonie shirt. I'm
Yeah,
promoting, you know,
childhood nostalgia.
yeah. I mean, I
That's a cool shirt, by the way.
but I never looked at it from that point of view, which is the point of view he's been trying to tell me since I started watching when I was a kid. Like I went behind his back. I mean, I didn't have the approval of my parents to watch this stuff. I had to go to cousins' houses, friends' houses to watch this stuff.
Mhm.
And I don't know. It's just when I pray that prayer, does it dishonor you? You know, does this genre of film dishonor you? And you know, the next morning I was crying at church. Like I felt the conviction. I felt like he was telling me it dishonors him. No matter how I look at it, it's not about me. It's about him,
Mhm.
and you know. So it's. But I don't have a desire to watch like I used to. But I do have a desire to watch some things. Like
Yeah.
Scream 7 would be one. But I really, I'll be honest with you though. I don't have. I know the Friday the 13th show's coming out. What next year? No real interest.
Yeah.
Um, and I saw the other day that Braun Strowman's
Yeah, been cast.
been
Yeah,
cast
I
as
was gonna ask
Jason
you about that.
Voorhees, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's cool for him. Totally gonna ruin the character.
Yeah. He's too bulky. Um, yeah, and I've been thinking about this too. Like, I want to see the Alien Earth. I guess I haven't watched it yet, which I don't know if I will feel. I don't know if you'll feel bad
I feel
about Alien.
Aliens.
Is more sci-fi.
It's a sci-fi with an alien.
Yeah,
It's.
it's like Predator. Like,
I don't consider Predator horror.
yeah,
I don't. But you know, it's a slippery slope. I think. Would you like? When I think about it, like I've thought about the thing.
the John
It's a
Carpenter.
monster movie, no doubt.
It's such a great movie though.
It is a great movie, but is it really? It's not. You know, it's not Halloween. It's not.
You feel like
It's not
you feel
evil.
conviction in watching it.
I don't know. I mean, I'm like,
Like it's like that is more of a creature from a different planet trying
yeah,
to invade this planet,
yeah.
and and it's one just like the one of the best films. But yeah, I understand that. But like I've been wanting to see the Welcome to Derry, the It
Yeah,
show. I don't have HBO Max though, but
shouldn't need it
why?
with your.
Well, Um, but they ain't there yet. But I don't know.
Just saying.
But my point is, I've been wanting to watch it, but same with I got on my queue, the Toxic Avenger, but I probably won't. I don't know. I know I
Is that
don't.
actually horror though?
I don't know.
I mean, I've never seen them, so
I don't know. Well, it's more schlocky, but I'm afraid with uh, Lloyd Kaufman, uh, he could be very gratuitous
I
at
haven't
times,
seen
and
too much of his
I
work.
don't want to see gratuitous. Like he would have had no problem having like boob shots and things at one point, and I don't know if he's grown out of that or it's still like, no, I'm gonna be me, type of thing. So I'm okay with not seeing it. Like another one I just have no desire to see is him. I just have no desire to see that movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, I wanted to see it because I want to see Marlon Wayans performance, but it just, I don't know. I heard bad reviews.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
I just
haven't
don't have
been. Okay.
desire to see it. No, I just don't.
Yeah, I was only intrigued because of Marlon was in it. And making a football movie about horror or whatever they're doing, it don't look great. I would say that, but Marlon being in it had my interest at one point.
Mhm. Yeah, but I don't know. I think that uh, whatever you do, whatever you eat, drink, or do. Wait a minute, what is that? Quote: "Do to the glory of God." I'm gonna find the text. Here we go. I didn't want to mess it up. All things are lawful, but not all things. This is 1 Corinthians 10:23 through 33. All things are lawful, but not all things are helpful. All things are lawful, but not all things build up.
Yeah.
Let no one seek his own good, but the good of his neighbor. Eat whatever is sold in the meat market without raising any question on the ground of conscience. For the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. If one of the unbelievers invite you to dinner and you are disposed to go, eat whatever is set before you without raising any question on the ground of conscience. But if someone says to you, "This has been offered in sacrifice," then do not eat it for the sake of the one who informed you and for the sake of the conscience. I do not mean your conscience, but his. For why should my liberty be determined by someone else's conscience? If I partake with thankfulness, why am I denounced because of that for which I give thanks? So whether you eat or drink, or whatever you do, do it to the glory of God. Give no offense to the Jews or to the Greeks or to the church of God. Just as I try to please everyone in everything, I do not seeking my own advantage, but that of the many, that they may be saved. But um, like if I was to, then that's more about like meats and things like that. But I think about this, and I was talking to my pastor about this, one of my pastors. I was like, well, how do you feel like when it comes to like things like horror and things like that? And he's like, well, he says he doesn't really watch it. He doesn't really watch horror or anything, but he's like he was watching a movie and as he's watching, no, he said he's watching the documentary about um, the Michael Jordan, you know, that you remember the documentary, The Last
Last
Dance?
Dance.
Yeah. He said he's watching, kind of getting some type of like, because of the language and stuff, because there's a lot of F bombs and stuff in it. And he's like, I don't know. He's like, and I feel that like if I'm watching a movie and there's a bunch of language, that makes me like, I don't like to hear it if I don't have to. Um, but like, like in horror movies, I don't know. I'm gonna try to be mindful of it because I want to make sure that God is being glorified in whatever I do. Um, but if I do watch it, I watch it knowing that I am who I am in the Lord, and it's not gonna nothing that I'm seeing is gonna change who I am in the Lord. But I want to be paying attention to the Spirit.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I don't know. But I don't have a desire to watch as much as I used to.
Mm.
Like, I just don't. I was looking on it before I was getting ready today. I was looking up HBO Max just to see what movies they had on there. And I was just like, man, kind of wish I didn't get this because I don't really see a whole lot that I really truly
Did you
want to
get
watch.
Did you get HBO Max?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it with the bundle for Disney Plus and Hulu. But that's like just not a lot that I don't know. I'm not very interested in film anymore. It's the craziest thing. But I mean, I still watch it, but you know how I was. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of obsessed with it. I would have to watch something every single day. I would have to watch multiple movies every single day. Now I just don't. I just don't have that desire. Like it's just not there.
Amen.
And so and it is what it is. But I'm glad it's not there. I think that was I don't know. It was like my crutch, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and it shouldn't have been. You know, God should be my crutch. You know,
Amen.
but anyway, I don't know. I just like I don't know if we're still doing the end of the year thing like we usually do.
Yeah, I was wondering. I literally was thinking about that. I go in. Oh, final thoughts on Nefarious.
My final thoughts. I don't. I told you this prior. I don't consider it a horror film. I don't really consider it a Christian film either. It has themes, theology of Christian works, but I just I can see where people would consider it a Christian film, though. I can see your point of view of it.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it kind of like toyed the idea of Christian beliefs and unbeliever beliefs, and just it just toys with the idea. But I thought it was a really good movie, though. But I think it's a really good movie because of Patrick Flannery,
Mm-hmm.
and I also think it's a good movie, possession wise, because of the dialogue,
Mm-hmm.
and they are explaining why they treat humans the way they do, how they see them. It's basically jealousy, that God chose humans over them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, I mean, in a way, though, I felt that it was, in a sense, it was trying to justify the demons'
Mm-hmm.
motives, which kind of made me uneasy because I was trying to understand, and I don't want to understand that because I know they're filled with hate,
Yeah,
you know.
I don't think it's doing it to a point where, yeah, for us to be like, oh, well, okay, demons, come on,
Yeah,
It's like, but I think it was like, oh, I see where they're coming from, but I see that they're defeated because I believe in Jesus Christ as my
yeah.
Lord and Savior. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and I give it maybe 3 stars out of
Oh,
5. I feel like Sean Patrick Flannery was excellent. I think that he he kept me very much engaged, and I felt terrible for the man that was being possessed.
yeah,
I pretty much I felt pretty bad for him. Like he wanted his burger and fries and his milkshake, and then the demon pops back and like cancel that order. It's like, oh man, and then like he's dying. He's like, well, where's my food? And then he's like, you said you didn't want no food. Like, oh man,
yeah,
the last little delicacy that he could have got, but and truly what that man needed at that last moment, and sadly enough, that priest wouldn't have been able to do it for him, but he needed someone to share the gospel with him, and to even though the demon probably wouldn't have allowed it, but he needed someone to share the gospel with him so that he can maybe come to Christ. I don't know, but it's not. It wasn't gonna. There's nothing that was gonna save his life other than the doctor, and the doctor didn't do it. You know.
no.
But yeah.
I guess he thought by killing him he would kill the demon. But at
But
that
but the
point,
demon told him, "You kill him, I'm just gonna be out."
yeah. So maybe it's a part of him didn't believe.
Mm-hmm.
Still at that point,
And
even when he was like, even when he got possessed for a few minutes,
mm,
you know, and then he tried to commit suicide and he couldn't do it. Um, you could say it was divine intervention there.
Well, the demon wanted him to commit suicide,
Yeah,
but and he was going to, but God, he clicked 3 times, but God stopped the bullet. The pin hit the round three
yeah,
times, but it just never went. But then, like when he shot the gun, it
yeah.
did discharge. So but so it was only begot because of the grace of God.
Hmm.
God stepped in. Um, but um, but yeah, that's my score 3.
I mean, I'm gonna go higher.
Oh,
I'm gonna give it a 4.
okay.
I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story. Um, the dialogue was great, but the story, the overall story was, I thought, was really good for a small space.
Mhm.
Um, it's you really only get two. They only focus on two performances, but still, I mean, Sean Patrick Flannery was just really amazing in it.
I knew you'd like his performance. I
Oh
thought
yeah,
I
I
thought
mean,
you'd like his performance.
I yeah, you can definitely tell the difference when he was the demon and when he was
Inmate,
the inmate. Yeah, it was light and day, or light and darkness,
night,
night and day,
night
whatever.
and day, light and darkness, both.
So it was just, yeah, it was. I thought it was a really good movie, but of course it didn't have a good ending.
No, and maybe they did it in so that they won't browbeat people over the head with, oh, he becomes a Christian type of thing. Um,
But something like that should turn someone and mold them into that direction.
yeah. And then we didn't talk about this. So he gives a woman some money at the garbage can, and it is the voice of the demon saying, "Hey, doctor,
Yeah,
you whatever, I don't know, but to answer your question, we typically do a end of the year movie review. If we do, we do. It depends on what we watch, what you watch, because you typically do your catch up in November,
I do. But
but you just
I
don't.
don't know if I'm gonna have enough for like worst films. Like
Yeah,
truly.
yeah. And same here,
Right now I'm at 4.
same here. I might not have enough for the worst.
And
Um,
I think I would have if I would have continued my Halloween-a-thon, but
that's okay. I'm not beating you up over it. You know, and I've actually shared with other people, which we're in this podcast here, but I share with other people that how your walk has influenced me to kind of uh, daily try to find some time to dive into my word, whether it's getting into my Bible or on the app or whatever, or like I go to bed and I'm listening to First Samuel and I'm listening to the stories, and then also um, I started listening to Chronicles of Narnia, book 1. I think it's technically considered book 2, but it's Chronicles of Narnia, which C.S. Lewis, who also did Screw Tape Letters. I
Mhm.
keep bringing that up. But he did Chronicles of Narnia, and it's like everything is allegorical about the Bible. Everything is kind of connected,
Yeah,
and so like nobody seen the wardrobe or heard anything from the wardrobe, but the little girl Lucy heard it first, and no one believed it. And when they tried to go to get in there, they couldn't get in there. You know, um, but then like someone followed her in, and that's when they found it.
yeah.
But yeah, um, what's your choice next week? Don't know yet.
Not really. I'll think about it. I
Okay.
thought about doing, since I
Dang.
was
Dang.
watching the TNA. You brought it up. Like it'd be kind of cool of a list to do like the top 25 TNA stars.
Yeah, I can't
But
see if I remember 25 of them. I
um,
remember Amazing Red.
I loved Amazing Red. I think it was early TNA, but I loved him. I thought he would have been a big star for them, but he wasn't. But just watching it, going back, I mean, like I'm on 2006 now. I actually saw Christian win the world title
Hmm.
last night, and the match I had seen it prior, but last night watching it again, it was like I was happy for him. So happy. It's weird going back 19 years, but it's like I was like living in the moment. I was really happy for him because
His Sting became Joker Sting yet?
no, that's much later.
Okay.
That's like I think that was his final run.
No.
Was Joker
But did
Sting.
he come back and become that, or did he do it during his?
It was after main event. It was when he was feuding with Hogan's and Flair's group.
Didn't know that was a thing. Okay.
Yeah, they were.
I totally.
It was Fortune and something else, and they just put them all together like the NWO.
Oh no, I remember Fortune. It
um,
was like Bobby Roode, right? And
I think AJ was in it.
AJ. Yeah.
I think it's who Flair was like managing. Hogan was managing Jeff Hardy, I think, and some other people, and they just kind of they all turned heel when Jeff Hardy turned heel. So
I remember Aces and Eights. I remember like
I never got to see
I
them.
remember vague stuff. Dude, I remember which we can talk if you want to do that stuff. I remember I will say I remember what they called. But there's one I don't know what the name. There's Hernandez or something.
Oh yeah, LAX.
LAX, yes. And he does the border toss or border wall or whatever the heck it's called, where he just like hurls some
Yeah,
hurls people.
yeah,
It's like I always thought that was the coolest move. He just takes somebody,
yeah.
he just yeets them.
He hasn't arrived yet, but LAX just started. Conan turned on BG James and Kip James and
Because there was a 3LW, three life crew, right?
they were the three live crew. Then they brought in Billy.
And then
It was a four live
it
crew.
becomes
Then
a
Conan just turned on.
it becomes VKM, right? Voodoo King Mafia.
I honestly do
Vincent
not know.
Kennedy McMahon. That's what it stands for. But
I
okay,
know, but I don't.
I think it's where it's the. I stopped watching TNA. I remember AJ, young short hair AJ. If you want to do it, I don't want to get into it now because it's over. All right, thank y'all for watching. Let us know what you think. This is on YouTube. We didn't get a lot of interactions today because it's on YouTube, but that's cool. But I'm gonna try it on Facebook next time around because it's good. It'll be a good topic. All right, peace.